Grand Rising, Divine Goddesses, peace and light be unto you. So, today, this session is all about you. But before we get started, I'd like to first give honor and gratitude to my ancestors, the divine spirit of life and light, the universe, the cosmos, my spirit guides, archangels, and fairies. Did I just mention fairies? Yes, fairies. So I've recently been introduced to my fairies. The day my son was born, that's another story for another time. Moving forward, I cannot believe, let me go ahead and tell you all this. Look, I tried going live a few minutes ago, okay? And I was talking for like 16 minutes. Then I realized how, wait, the connection dropped. And I'm just like, oh, come on, really? I was going in. So now here I am. Got to start from scratch, okay? So moving forward, oh, 1 second. Mommy duties. Little man just woke up. So, Mom, you talk too loud. I'm sorry, I got a big mouth, man. Okay. Divine Goddesses, we are back. Yeah, mommy duties. Baby done woke up. So, see how this goes with me holding him. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. He not ever a problem. Yeah, he not ever a problem. Okay, so getting into our session today, the title of this session is titled The Authentic Goddess Level Up. I chose this title given that it is most suiting to what will be shared that centers the love of self, your love of self. I will soon be sharing with you the life lessons and tools that I've used and learned throughout my journey. I will be discussing and sharing keys on how to pretty much reinvent yourself, self healing, the dark night of the soul, and how to level up energetically, spiritually, mentally, and vibrationally. I will also be giving keys on how to boost your confidence and walk in your path authentically. I'd like to first start by asking a question. What is the true meaning of love of self? What does it mean to love yourself? Well, from my personal experience, the true meaning to love myself is to choose all of which fulfills me on a soul level, emotionally, spiritually, vibrationally, and energetically. To love yourself is to accept your true naked authenticity. To love yourself is to walk in your naked truth unapologetically. To love yourself is to choose to heal yourself from all past traumas and baggage that is holding you back from living your truth. To love yourself is to be patient with yourself, understanding that diamonds are not made overnight. To love, if it rings again, turn it off. I apologize about that. Hmm. Okay, so where was I? To love yourself is to choose to strive to be the best version of yourself with flaws and all. To love yourself is to embrace all aspects of yourself, including your flaws. To love yourself is to nourish your mind, body, and soul with all that gives life. To love yourself is to honor, acknowledge, respect the goddess within you. To love yourself is to be in alignment with the Holy Trinity of mind, body, and spirit. To love yourself is to eliminate from your mental state all negative thoughts, doubts, and false beliefs about yourself that you hold about yourself. To love yourself is to let go of all fears. So, knowing this, the next question would be, how does one develop self love? The first step to love of self is self healing. I'm going to repeat that again. The first step to love of self is self healing. You must first accept that you need healing. In order to self heal, you must make the conscious decision to go within your dark night of the soul and face your demons courageously. Self healing is choosing to no longer run from all that has hurt you, broken you, pained you, betrayed you, and taken you for granted. Self healing is self accountability. In order to heal, you must purge from all the baggage that you've been dragging along your path that has been holding you back. Self-healing is forgiveness of oneself and others who have wronged you in order to free yourself. Self-healing is to understand the true meaning of you being a spiritual being, having a human experience. Having this understanding, you accept the fact that you are not perfect. However, you gain a better understanding and awareness of your imperfection being that of which makes the beauty of being you and the beauty of your journey so unique. How beautiful. How beautiful it is to know that your imperfection if, is that of which makes you so uniquely beautiful. It's amazing. Everything that you doubted about yourself is the very tools that you would that you that makes not very tools, but it is the very things that make you so beautiful. How many times have you looked in the mirror and you can criticize, or you will criticize a part of yourself that you don't like, that you dislike? How many times? We've all experienced that. But learning these things, you learn to accept all of those imperfections about yourself. Being on this journey, you learn to accept all of your imperfections and your flaws. You fall in love with your imperfections and your flaws. That is the end result. Is falling in love, not falling in love, being in love with your imperfection and your flaws. I used to I used to have a thing about my body not being like everyone else's, like everyone structured like every other woman's body. I am a proud member of the itty bitty titty committee. Hello. And throughout my life, that has been one of my major insecurities is the fact that my breast isn't big, you know, or my buttocks isn't as large as it's like it's just things about myself that I would I used to I used to view as imperfect. It's like those are the very things now that I love about myself. I love my small breasts. I love my hips. I just love everything about my body. And I love my physical appearance. I love everything about my physical appearance. I love everything about who I've become. You understand? My voice. I had a think about my voice because I have as you all can hear, I have a very strong voice. And I will always feel insecure about my voice as well. But now I learned to embrace that. And I learned to utilize that. I'm sorry, baby. But I learned to use my voice. I learned throughout my journey that my voice plays a major role in my calling. You know what I'm saying? My voice, throat chakra. You understand? So it's like in order for me to live my truth, my voice played a major role in that. You understand? Me having a big voice, as some as some would say. 1 second. We're back, goddesses. So I learned how to use my voice because I am a leader. You understand? And my voice, me speaking, how am I trying to word this? My speech in specific, my speech in specific is my calling. And that's something that I've grown to know. Even when it yes, being a leader. You know what I'm saying? Being a leader, it's the way that you speak that influences the people. You know what I'm saying? That influences the masses. The way that you present your speech. And I've learned to use that to my advantage. You understand? I learned to use that imperfect thing that I hated most about myself to my advantage. And now, well, here I am. Yes, so it's beautiful. So moving forward, in a process of self-healing, in Persian, patience is very much needed. I'm going to say that again. In the process of self-healing, in purging, patience is needed. You see, we live in today's society has taught us, or we allowed society to teach us. We've got attached to these ways of thinking, you know, and a lot that has been taught and a lot that is being taught throughout society regarding, first of all, society don't really speak about things as such. Self-healing, like you're not going to really hear that from a typical person. That's not something that you would hear every day. You understand? But not too many people learn throughout their lifetime, and it's not really seen around us in your surrounding, in your environment. People being patient with themselves and where they are on their journey, currently on their journey. We don't see that. We see anxiety. We often see anxiety in our environment, people being anxious with themselves, impatient, being hard on themselves. This is what we see. So because this is what we see, we adapt it to that same mindset. And then we begin to be impatient with ourselves within our own journey. So knowing that patience is very important. I'm going to now share with you all tools that I use throughout my journey of self-healing, purging, and going through the dark night of the soul. For starters, I began to practice daily forgiveness. Daily forgiveness. That is the first step to not being so hard on yourself. Daily forgiveness. Forgive yourself on the daily basis. Forgive yourself for not being perfect. Forgive yourself for not reaching that goal that you said you were going to set today. Forgive yourself for not cleaning your house today because you were too tired. Forgive yourself for not cooking today because you needed to you needed more rest. You know what I'm saying? Just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for missing that opportunity, that job opportunity. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to believe that you weren't enough. Forgive yourself for the self-doubt that you placed upon yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing other people to take advantage of you. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to believe that you are incapable of being great. Forgive yourself for not acknowledging the goddess within you. Forgive yourself for not being honest with yourself. Forgive yourself for the lies that you told yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing others to place their insecurities onto you. Forgive yourself for allowing others to project their insecurities onto you. Forgive yourself for not being where you think that you should be by this age. Forgive yourself for not progressing the way that you want. Forgive yourself on the daily basis for your shortcomings. Forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness. Practice daily forgiveness. And that is one of the tools that I use on my journey. Because let me tell you something. It's not always going to be easy. Every day, it's like you, every day is a new day. Is a new day of fresh start to start over, to start over, to start over, to start over. Every day, every single day, you are given a clean slate. So with me knowing that every day, this is the mindset that I maintain. Every day with me knowing that I have a clean slate, I set daily goals to outdo my progress of the previous days and my shortcomings. So every day, I set goals to outdo my previous progress and shortcomings. 1 second. Mommy duties. All right, so we're back. My apologies. Well, sorry, not sorry, but dating. Yeah. So, as I was saying, well, I was actually moving forward. I was done there. Every day, daily goals to outdo your progress of the previous days and your shortcomings as well. Okay. We are no longer accepting here at Royal Phoenix Rising. I want you all to all know here at Royal Phoenix Rising, we have. Oh, okay, one second. I was hoping, I was hoping I can get this through, y'all. I don't want to end this. Yeah, but what can I do? Mhm. So here at Royal Phoenix Rising, baby, we are all about accepting the fact that we are human. I mean, I hate to accept the fact that I'm human. I'm gonna tell you right now because my soul is galactic. You know what I'm saying? Galactic, and I'm not really from around here. I say that a lot, but I'm not from around here. My soul is from around here, but I am having a human experience. So I gotta accept that. It's a hard pill. It's a tough pill to swallow. Trust me. But here at Royal Phoenix Rising, we are all for self acceptance, in allowing yourself room to to make mistakes. Do you know that life most of my life lessons were taught through mistakes that I've made. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like we we live in a world now where people, well, it's not even just people, it's like religion. These are religion based people. Like you have no room to to make mistakes. And it's like if you make a mistake, people view you as, you know, they dead ass label you. You make a mistake, you're completely labeled. Like they label you as whatever, you know what I'm saying? Based on that mistake that you've made. When in reality it should not be like it shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't be that way with each other. There's annoying. When it's like it's there's a difference between an honest mistake and vindictiveness, or someone who's just downright evil. You understand? So it's like if no one, it's like you did not hurt anyone, you know what I'm saying, or cause any type of intentional pain. People need to begin to accept the fact that we are all learning. We are all learning. And we all need to begin to give each other room for that growth and development. How can someone grow and develop when we aren't giving them the room to do so? When we are being so hard on them and not understanding the fact that, wait, aren't you human too? Don't you fuck up too? And that's the thing that has me fucked up. I'm sorry. But that's the thing that be having me, in my head sometimes, because it's like the same individuals that will judge you for making those mistakes. It's like, baby, you aren't perfect either. In some aspect of your life, you have shortcomings. So just because my shortcomings does not mirror your shortcomings, that means that you have the right to judge me. You understand? So it's like we need to We are striving to get out of that mindset. People make a mistake, give them time and room to learn and develop and learn from that mistake. You understand what I'm saying? If the sky did not fall, it's okay. That mistake plays a major role in their spiritual journey. They are learning a lesson that has nothing to do with you. And that's something that you goddesses need to begin to understand as well. You are learning lessons. We are all learning lessons that has nothing to do with another individual. We all have our own separate and single spiritual journey that requires specific lessons. At the end of the day, everything is written. The mistakes that you make that's written. We've already lived this before. We've already lived in this, not timeline, but we've already lived this lifetime before. So the mistakes that you make, it's written. So my point is that if it's written that this person is going to make this mistake, or it's going to take this particular person 10 times to bump his head in order for him to get that particular lesson, let them be. Give them that freedom. That is what spirituality is all about. Freedom. Freedom. So we're not only practicing this with ourselves, but we're practicing this with those around us, those who have this same level in understanding, and those who even don't. It's like, let's say you see a crack addict on a crack. I say crack addict, like, you know. Let's say you see a crack addict on the street, right? And he's buying his dough. You understand? So, no, he does not have this awareness that you have. But because you have this awareness, you wouldn't judge that crack addict for buying for getting his particular for getting his dough. Like you wouldn't judge that crack addict for getting his dough, because you will understand that right now this particular person is undergoing an experience that will make or break them in their lifetime. But at the end of the day, a lesson must be learned. So leave that person alone. Not leave that person alone, leave that person alone. But it's like, if it's a complete stranger, then leave that person alone. But if it's someone you know, be that voice. Be their inner voice. Be their intuition. Say what you gotta say, but let them be. Let them make the choice. After that, allow them to make their own choice. It's written. You can't do nothing about that. Not you or anyone else. You cannot do it. No one can do anything about that. Let them be. Let them be. Leave them alone. Leave people alone. And if you don't have anything positive to say to that particular person, say nothing. You don't already see that they're broken, that they're going through shit. Say nothing. Leave them alone. You don't know what that person has gone through to get them to that particular point in their lifetime. Say nothing. Life is already hard. Well, life is hard because people make it hard. God damn it. I think it's time for us to accept that truth. Because that's some shit that I realized my goddamn self. Life is hard because I make it hard. Life was hard because I've made it hard. Self accountability. That's what I'm getting to next. 1 second. I'm back, goddesses. Mama duties. So, you know, we are now unlearning. We are now in the era of unlearning all that has been taught to us. We are now in a timeline and time period of purging away, purging all that we've been taught, that has been false doctrine, and that has been holding us back throughout our lifetimes. We are purging away, purging all of that out. One second. Oh, Zion, are you gonna let mommy finish? I'm back, goddesses. So this is a new era. This is a new time. This is a new time. One second. Okay, here we go. So moving forward, we just spoke about that. Now we're on honesty. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this shit for a motherfucking minute. Honesty. 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 Naked truth. Naked, raw, uncut truth. Honesty. I practice daily honesty with myself and everyone else around me. Honesty on in on all levels. I'll give you an example. Hey, do you want to chill with us tonight? Being honest with myself, no, I don't. Being honest and true to what I want to do. Because I look, let's say I already have plans, right? And someone asks, hey, you want to hang out tonight? You know, we're doing X, Y, and Z. And it's like you really don't. But it's like, I'm going to go ahead and hang out with them because, they asked. But you already had plans. You understand? Honesty. Being honest enough with yourself to not sacrifice your own happiness for the satisfactions of others. Honesty. Honesty is pure intentions, having pure intentions for those around you. Honesty. Being honest in where you are on your path right now. Being honest in who you are. Being honest with knowing that you are a work in progress. Being honest even when no one is looking. Being honest and also doing the right thing when no one is looking. Doing the right thing. One moment, mommy do this. Honesty. The universe responds to honesty. The divine spirit of life and light responds to honesty. Our ancestors respond to honesty, integrity, and integrity. So I began to practice daily honesty being honest with those around me, self integrity, self honesty, self integrity, and doing the right thing. Doing the right thing. Also, I began to practice acknowledgement, daily acknowledgement and acceptance. I acknowledge where I am. I acknowledge the fact that I am imperfect. I acknowledge the fact that I need healing. I acknowledge the fact that I have many shortcomings. I acknowledge the fact that I'm still growing, evolving, and learning. I accept that. I accept all that I just previously mentioned. I accept that. So this is something that I practice throughout the daily basis, every day. Daily at daily at retrograde got your girl words in a pot of soup, mixed like a pot of soup. All right, a pot of vegetable soup, vegetable letter soup, alphabet soup. I said all of that to say alphabet soup. Woo, okay, my goofy side is coming out. Let me stop. Because once I start, I won't stop. The rest of this entire video will be a joke. Okay, one big joke. All right, girl. Let me get back. Let me get back serious with y'all. Okay, so another thing that I began to also practice is daily affirmations. Daily affirmations